What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the NARcast podcast. I am your host, Resolve Ventrelico. Please do add me on Xbox. I love to play games and talk about stuff. And make sure to comment your thoughts and opinions about the topics that I discuss. Please give me a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any podcasts or videos. And let's get right to it. Had a weird week lately, so I just been trying to get this all together, my channel and all that stuff, and so far it's been pretty good. Not the way that I imagine it to be, but I would say I'm pretty damn fine about, doing the stuff that I did. And honestly, being a YouTuber is hard. I didn't think, I thought it was just easy, you just like make a video and upload it, but it takes a lot of editing and stuff, and just a lot of creativity in your videos to even get things started. Crazy enough, I was jogging around 3 or 4 a.m. and I almost kicked a possum. Crazy enough. I was just trying to go to the store to get something to drink. Woke up at very early in the morning, just to get my day started, I guess. So I would say, I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Even though it wasn't entirely normal, I even said that in the first place. But just to know, I wanted to tell y'all I kicked a possum on accident while running. I was exercising perfectly. I also want to talk about this thing that I was having this. It was actually an argument, I would say, because it was mostly about race. The issue about that. So I remember going on in like a Xbox party, joined this party, and there was this one girl. She was half black, half white, and I kind of just asked what's her race, and she said, half white, half black. Is like I can probably see the light skin. Like I took it the wrong way in a sense, but I just know I meant well by it. So I was like, I feel like you should say half black if you are, because I feel like it would make more sense. But uh, first off, I was wrong about that idea. But the problem was, another guy was basically defending some shit. It wasn't very accurate entirely to me, because how it went down was like I guess I was talking about like how any light color race, and if you're mixed with a dark skin, you're naturally gonna end up being a darker toned skin. And I basically implied that black is, more dominant of a skin type to have, because you can't really hide African in you if you have that in you. And he was basically arguing with me, saying, how is that even dominant? Like, please explain. Like, nothing makes any sense. Before anybody gets confused, let me explain where I'm coming from. So I looked this up. I said, is black dominant, or like a darker skin tone is dominant? So check this out. Because melanin is dominant phenotype genetically in colorless genes that give you blonde hair and blue eyes, white skin are all recessive genes. Just like colored ink on white paper. Ethnic genes overwrites Caucasian genes. That's basically what I was implying when I was talking to the lady, because I would think it would be more correct to say your black race first before you say anything else, in a sense, not in terms of just like hey, I'm part black, just it's not where I'm coming from. I was basically told from my experience that since Caucasians were slave owners, and I would feel, in a sense, kind of, I would feel weird if anybody would say that they're half white. I would think it's more correct to me as a black person, I am African American, that you would say you're half black. But that's just an opinion. It's just an opinion. I can guarantee you, I probably am not the only person that would kind of think that way. But in terms of it's scientifically proven that it is, you can't hide black features if you have that in you. You just need to be proud of it. And yeah, it's actually, it's crazy how that whole conversation went down. It wasn't. I think it felt more like he was either prejudiced or racially biased, because he didn't believe a single word that I was saying, even the stuff that were factual. Like, a lot of people wouldn't want to hear the stuff that I have to say, but I mean, nobody wouldn't want to hear that freaking, like, in Africa we was basically like, we was basically here before a lot of other races. Like, we date back in Egypt. So, I mean, odd story. But another topic though, Steve Harvey posted his green suit recently, and always, they tore him up. Yeah, they tore him up. They tore him up bad. And God, they got so many memes of Steve Harvey's green suit, and oh my gosh, it's really killing me. It really killed me. It killed me inside, because they didn't stop. I remember seeing at least like 30 different posts of Steve Harvey's suit, and they got him good. Even there was also a one that made him look like Trunks. It was Trunks, Loki, everything that was basically green. They put it like any sort of media or any sort of anime that had green on it. They would put it on Steve Harvey because he was basically having a green suit. Just got on him bad, and it was just hilarious. Like, honestly, do hope Steve Harvey did see half of the stuff that I saw, or what everybody saw. So, but you do have to excuse me. This is my very first podcast. I have to get used to this and the format that I'm doing it on. So this is all new to me. So I hope you enjoy my beautiful voice as what it is right now. I do live in Oklahoma. Weird place to be. Sometimes it's hot. Sometimes it wants to rain, and it's kind of bipolar when it comes to the weathering here. So, cool place, but not cool at the same time. But a lot of stories about that later. So, weird thing is, I always wanted to do YouTube, do podcasts or just some way to speak out. It started at 16, didn't work out pretty well. I stopped because I had a weird breakup. So I just had this weird depression for like a couple years, and then finally, now since I'm 21, I am now starting me a podcast. So I really am glad that I made it this far in my life. This is going to be a very great experience. This is just an introduction podcast, because I don't know how to start off a very perfect podcast, because everybody does make mistakes, and people has to go through stepping stones to get to where they're at, and this is the best way to do it, personally, for me. So, like, any sort of things that I would talk about, please speak your mind. I would really, really appreciate that. Helps me out, makes me feel like, there's people out there, that kind of It has things to say, and I wouldn't shy away from anybody's comments because I love people's opinions because opinions is life, part of life, and it's based on how they feel and their perspective on things, and that is amazing to me. Very happy about that. So, as for now, this is going to be a pretty short podcast, sadly. But I can guarantee you, me making this video is quite interesting. Uh, did have topics about kind of just racial bias and then a little bit about Steve Harvey. But other than that, that is a wrap. Please comment, like, and subscribe. This is Resolve and Trellico. Please add me on Xbox, and I will see you later.